And let me now introduce and bring on board Peter Cardillo, Chief Market Economist with Rockville Global Capital. Peter, good morning. Always a delight to have you on ET Now. Thank you for joining us. Peter, what do you make of last week's price and volume action in U.S. equities? Given the way how economic data of late has moved for U.S. economy, one is getting a sense that Dow and S&P, they both are looking slightly toppy now.
Yes, there's no question that, right now we're seeing some fear coming back in the market, and obviously last week we did slide and had one of the worst, actually the worst week of the year, in an abbreviated week at that. But nevertheless, I think that the market obviously is going to be looking at a lot of news this week. Certainly earnings, the long list of earnings begin tomorrow, and then of course we have economic data, a lot on the table in terms of indications of where the market where the economy is headed. We'll be looking at consumer spending in the form of retail sales and manufacturing, housing, and so I think between the earnings and the economic data, that the market probably is going to stabilize. Now, of course, what we're seeing here is fears in Euroland all over again, and of course Spain is basically the topic of this is basically the highlight of this fair. And so I think at one point we'll see the market begin to overcome it. I don't think we're headed for any real major downturn from these levels.
Peter, hi, morning. You got the G20 meet as well later this week. Do you think something significant could come out, considering the backdrop that the global economy has hit a rough patch?
Well, yes, the group of 20 will be meeting, and of course the concern is going to, I think, remain over Europe. And of course, we also going to be hearing a lot about China. Last week we saw the Chinese economy grow at the lowest level in 3 years at 8.2%, but again, levels that not necessarily indicate that the Chinese economy is headed for a hard landing. In fact, I kind of suspect that if you really look at the growth of money supply, that we're the worst probably of economic decline in China is over. And another point that I think it's going to be very much a concern is the fact that the Chinese yuan continues to increase against the dollar, and I think obviously that is having an impact in terms of economic activity in China. And we just heard recently of the Chinese over the weekend expanding the yuan by another 1%. So that is going to have a little bit of an impact. But again, I think the worst of the decline in China is over.